Hello everyone, welcome to another Transformers review, and as you can see I'm carrying on with the micromaster transports of the G1 series. This one is a Decepticon called Flattop, and he's from the 1989 line of toys. As you can see, it's pretty much a compact little transport. It's modelled on an aircraft carrier, and Flattop himself is the small jet on deck. Now he secures into either that hole or that hole there, and obviously that's so that he's pretending that he's getting ready to take off, or he's just landed on board the aircraft carrier itself. I'll show you Flattop first. And he's modelled on an F4 Phantom. Really nice little alt mode this. One of my more favourite of the Micromasters. I just think that really does look a good jet mode, even though it's a little bit chunky and a little bit kibbly, especially the rear end, which is a little bit of a shame, but that just front end just really looks good. And his transformation is quite unusual. It's a little bit more involved than the normal Micromasters. To actually do that, you turn the whole grey section round on itself so that he's now back to front with his jet part. You swing the tail section down, which reveals his head, and then you just swing the wings round to the side like so, back to the tail, and that brings his arms in line, and then obviously they're posable as well. But not the greatest robot mode, but still not too bad. His arms are a little bit out of place for where they should be for his shoulders. It would have been nice if they'd have rotated, because if they had, these wings would have been up the other way, and you could have left them out a little bit, and then they would have looked like G1 Seekers sort of wings where they're up behind the arms. But I mean, that's being pernickety really. I mean, you can see how tiny these figures are. I mean, they're lucky that they even got little proper rolling wheels. But yeah, not bad. I mean, like I say as well, they pick out the face detailing him with another bit of colour. They've given him a little bit of a, he's more of a, just a nose and eyes rather than a mouth as such on that figure. But not bad all the same. Nice little tiny figure. Right, we'll get on to his face section. I'll just bring him back into shot a little bit. Now this is, well, not so much a base as a transport. Now obviously it's an aircraft carrier with two dirty great big cannons attached to it at this point. A little bit reminiscent, say, of Broadside in his aircraft carrier mode. A little bit smaller than Broadside, I think. But yeah, not bad. They picked out a little bit of a sort of runway detailing with some black paint on top, but no stickers or anything else. To transform him, first of all, we've got to get these weapons off of here. They don't stay on there. You split the deck in half like so and fold that round, which I think you can probably already tell the style of what it's going to be. Oh, and one point before this one wing comes back right round, you've got to turn the tower of the aircraft carrier down. Should remember that bit first. There is a little landing gear inside here, and you need to flick that out like so. Just flicks out forwards, and then flipping it over like so, you need to grab the other purple part here that's sticking out, what the guns are mounted to, and flick it over, and that becomes a tail. And then there is a little black, again like a bar, almost like the seats you get in an amusement park where you have a clamped down barrier across your lap to hold you in the seat. Well, it just needs to come up, and that's the transformation done. Now with these weapons you can, and it does for the normal mode, show them pegged onto the wings like so. So it becomes like an attack jet. But you have always got the option, you could still peg them on back onto the tail and have them up there as well. It's just down to personal preference. They kind of look better on the wings, but it would work in either way really. But that's it, that's his little jet attack mode. Now, I'm not the first person to review this, and I've seen other people's reviews, and I do have to agree with a sentiment that several people have said, is that if you was a little robot and you could transform into a plane, why do you need to have an attack plane? It is a little odd. It doesn't really make a lot of sense. It would have made more sense that he's a plane and he's got a ground vehicle or something like that, so that he can have some kind of firepower on the ground, but I don't know. It is a little odd. Now, in the official way of displaying this or playing with it, you're supposed to use the little notch between his feet to attach to a little attachment. I'll just show you where it is, down inside. Now, it does work. It sort of just about pegs on, and it will stand there and even hang upside down like it. But this handle come bar thing doesn't even reach his hands, even if you stretch them out straight in line with it. So it's kind of a bit defunct really. You could just fold it along, but then would you fly along in a plane standing up? Again, it's a bit weird. So what I tend to do with it is sit him down and clamp him down in with the handle like so, so that he's sort of held in and a little bit more in the seated position, which you would be in a plane anyway, and that kind of looks a little bit better. Now, it's not the greatest of the micromaster transports, and it's, let's face it, it's not the greatest G1 toy either. It's pretty basic, only a couple of colours to it, so you get, you get what you pay for. This is not a dear toy to buy, even on the second-hand market, considering it's a G1, and it's a really affordable start for anyone who wants to get into collecting G1 stuff or any of the micromaster line. Parts are readily available, and often you even see them complete, to be honest, because there's not a lot to lose with these. So if you're interested in starting your G1 micromaster collection, this is probably a good start, even though the best part of it is his jet mode of himself, and the little micromaster himself. But yeah, that is Flattop, and not a lot more to say about him really. That's pretty much it. So I hope you've enjoyed that review, what there was of it, and I shall see you again for another Transformers review, which will no doubt be yet another micromaster, either a transport or one of the little mini bases. There's a lot of them, isn't there? Anyway, I shall see you again for another review. Thanks for watching.